M0FXB, welcome back to the channel. Wow, I've had so many people message me about this device, Yaesu FTX1, and they're blown away by the this announcement all of a sudden of the Optima. A lot of people were actually hoping for something like the Yaesu FT-897, 857. And so I've been looking at these two sets, and the front head, the field, they call it the field unit, is basically the very similar size to the front head of the Yaesu 897, not 857. And then you've got the rear unit, which I agree is shorter, and then it steps down just behind, as you can see on the right hand side. So I just want you to let me know what you think. What do you think is going on here? I mean, so many people complaining about the price. I would say I've had hundreds of people complaining about the price that this has come in at. People are saying £1,200, £1,300. They can even stomach then on top of that, they probably would have bought a tuner. But all of a sudden, because they're waving the 100-watt model at the buyer, all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, I want that, but hang on, it's £2,069. I've still got to buy a Bluetooth module and a GPS module. Yeah. These are the key things. And then because it's been put together, it feels like the Optima was put together after the field unit was announced, the QRP unit. They're like saying, well, it feels like it's been rushed together, but I don't think Yaesu would ever give out a product that isn't going to perform really well. I'm surprised that and in a good way, I'm very happily surprised that they have gone with the Yaesu FTDX architecture, where they've gone for the hybrid. So it's analog to digital conversion, which is what they do with the DX10. They do not do that with the 710 or the ICOM 705. Now remember that the fact that they enabled this to do dual receive, simultaneous, they would have had to, work hard at that. VHF, UHF on one side, HF on the other, or you can have VHF at the same time, like your classic dual bander. Simultaneous, not cross band, but it's dual band. And APRS. There is a GPS module. Probably, I would say it will work on APRS, probably, and I can't tested it yet. It will work with fixed location as well. And then you've got Bluetooth. Not many Bluetooth sets out there that will, HF radios that have got Bluetooth. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'm just sort of setting up here this stream. I just thought I'd run it for half an hour. In the USA, I think it's morning. So I'm just making sure I can be heard. And then I'll just share this around. I've literally just started. It normally takes 10 minutes for people to realise that I've gone live. I don't do many lives, but, half an hour spare, why not? So I'm just sharing it now. Facebook. Right. There it goes. And I should, I don't pre-plan. Most YouTubers, they'll pre-plan their lives. I don't. I just feel like it. And believe it or not, I'm like that with all of my videos. I don't plan them. A lot of people joining my M0FXB YouTube, which I didn't actually use much. And then people started joining it, so I thought, people are joining that YouTube, so I better actually use it. So I have started using it, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Anyone that has subscribed to me, I am humbled. I understand that it's, you have to decide to want to subscribe to my channel for a reason, and I do not take it for 1 second for granted. Thank you. Massively appreciate it. I try and help as many as I can. There's only so many hours in a day. So, I can't log into people's PCs. I just can't do that. It's just, there's not enough time in the day just for me now to I have to use my other phone for that one to even do what I do. I'm sort of struggling in between family and home stuff. Luckily, I work from home, so I just do it all at the same time. So right, we are bit by bit getting there. How much are they charging in your area for this device? I'm interested in that because it does vary around the world. Right, so see if we can share that as well. Right, okay, I'm only just getting these messages. Hi, Chuck. We spoke the other day. Yes, the PA100 is coming any day, and I've already been into it. I've seen some photographs, and I've already been into it. Yeah, the PA50, brilliant. I've got it here now, and it's the same update process. You got the pins at the back. You just connect the cables, and you use AVR dudes to add the latest firmware. But I got a feeling that one out of the box is working really well because it's got the latest firmware. But my PA50, wow, it's working amazing. I've had it on all my stuff, and it's out of this world good. All right, bit by bit we are sharing. You know, I think I've got about 100 Facebook groups on different radios. My wife does say that I'm a bit crazy. I think she's right. You know, bit crazy on the old radio stuff. But you know what? I know when to put it down and go off with my family, or if I get work things come up, I know, to drop it. I'm still trying to share all this. La, 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 la. What we do with our phones, eh? Eventually, they reckon we'll all be wearing these weird glasses. We won't actually be using our phones. We'll be looking at through these weird glasses. Instead of holding our phones to our faces and all the aliens thinking, what are they doing? We're going to be having these weird glasses on. Hopefully they look more cool. Who knows, they might put it into hats. The amount of adverts we get, I'm still trying to do this. So anyway, let's see if anyone's messaged me. Right, the message coming up. Yeah, just Chuck. Just me and you, Chuck. I don't think it manually switches the 50, does it? I thought the 50 auto switches the bands. It just automatically detects when you key up. It automatically detects and switches, doesn't it? There goes my phone. Just going to get my phone and then come back. I'll turn on my M1K, what you can listen to it. Hello? Yeah, I was on live, but it's fine. If I do one, I'll just turn on the radio. Kilo Victor Charlie 9 Hotel 2 Alpha Sierra Jenny coming loud and clear 5 and 9 with handset on the phone. Yeah, this is mobile station, local mobile station. Yeah, the local repeater in Malta. QSL. QSL, well, you're coming in quite well.
problem definitely found one. But Anthony here into the state of Tennessee, near Nashville. Okay, John, thank you very much. 73. I hope I meet you again down the road. Ciao, ciao from Malta. Kilo Juliet 40 Victor Charlie 900 to Alpha Sierra. Ciao, ciao, 73. Roger, Roger. 73, my friend. Thank you for the call. With Kilo Juliet 40 Victor Charlie clear. 9 Hotel 2 Alpha Sierra. This is Victor Uniform number 2 Eco Hotel Brown. Italy, Zulu Quebec, India, Victor. Anthony from Italy. Italy, Zulu 8, Quebec, India, Victor. Anthony from Italy. This is the hotel. Lima 2, Bravo, Oscar Papa calling you. Good morning, my friend. Thank you very much for coming to my name is John. Juliet Alpha November Falls. That is my name. My ticket is 80 kilometers south of Seoul, the capital city of Korea. Over to you. Italy 08 Quebec, India. Because this is Hotel Lima 2 Bravo Oscar Papa. Back to you. Thank you, John. Good morning from Italy. It's South Italy. Italy 08 Quebec, India. And South. And the scenery is very good. 5 by 9 here in Korea. Today we are cloud gauge. The temperature is now 9 degrees Celsius. And local time is now 05:05. We became Wednesday. So back to you. Italy 08 Quebec, India, Victor, this is Hotel Lima 2 Bravo Oscar Papa. Thank you. Jean, please, what is your copy of that? Is the phone, what is it clear? Do you copy me? Italy 17 Victor, this is very nice to know with you. You know, and the story of the pictures okay. I sent my final round and clear with Italy 08 making their big time. Okay, John, 73 for you and family. Italia, Cristiana di Colombo e compagno, Serio e compagno, una serata, il mio nome è Evangelos, Evangelos il mio nome, Bianca Isla di Colonia, Mare Ionio, questo è il letto Rain, molto, molto di, carissimo amico, eh, potenza 4 watt. È una piccolina antenna autoprofeto. Io passo l'antenna. Ah, sorry. Mia casa è un centro di algoritmi per fare di Cefalonia. Attenzione al tuo microfono, eh. Io passo del microfono. Avanti. Okay, Italy is weak. That's English, Anthony. Cefalonia. What is your name? Nome Evangelo. Evangelo. La mia casa è già è centro di Algofoli. Centro di Algofoli è una piazza. La mia strada vivono 27 Algofoli, Cefalonia. Vuoi vedere? Queste parli abbastanza bene italiano, eh. Bella la zona del culturo QDH, quelle, bellissima zona. Casa molto, molto viva, casa, questo minuto, eh. Non eri ma molto, molto viva, casa, questo minuto, eh. La tua carismatica, grazie per complimenti, anzi conosco. Parlare sulla lingua piano piano, poco poco, perché non parla la bene, viva.
Right, we're back.
73 tu e la tua famiglia. Io passo per la finale. Grazie tanto.
That was M1K.
Carissimo.
M1K was our host. It's not even English, is it, today? Such a good device. Quite loud, that little thing, isn't it? So, right. I don't know if anyone's here. Definitely a spontaneous thing. Okay, well, I'm back now. So hopefully you can see me okay. WX, did he go to the toilet? No, I had a phone call. I don't see a tune button on the FTX. Must be a soft menu function, Clayton. Yeah, I agree with that. So, yeah, give us your thoughts on this radio, on this device. I've done did you know that it's a hybrid radio? It's it's analog to SDR, analog to digital conversion, the same as the Yaesu FT-897. And they show the architecture just here. Otherwise, the screen and the way you interact with the radio is the same. Yeah, it's a good point about the tune button. I'm sure that one of the buttons will have a dual use. Just looking now. I'm trying to see a tune button myself. Let's have a go. Tune. No. Yaesu have now got a website, which I think's good. See if I can find it a minute. Let's go like so. Yaesu FTX1, because I saw it earlier. Is that it there? Rig pics. Found it earlier, no problem. I made a video on it. There it is. Ta-da! So they have got a website showing both items now. The Optima and the Field. I mean, right from day one, they did call it the FTX1F. And they did. So, and then we're seeing some accessories now. But the actual Yaesu site doesn't show all the accessories. Now back to the 857 there. What do you reckon? Do you prefer an 897 or do you prefer the FTX1? Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought it would be pure SDR like the 710. The VFO and the way they've done the LEDs around it and the styling is more like the 710 than the DX. But I mean, obviously they're very similar. Look at the screen. The front head is actually, I think it's not massive, but it's and I was just comparing it just now because apparently it's not much different than the front of the 705, which I've got just here. Yeah. And that is actually just about the same size as the front of the Yaesu FT-897, believe it or not. So it's quite a nice size, the front, not with the tuner. With the tuner, the 897 is bigger. But it's quite a thin unit, and they've done it in a way. It's quite thin, but then you start to clip on your battery, or you could take that off by the looks of it and put a fan on. That's interesting. Let's get my. I'm going to grab my X6200. So this is the X6200. Okay. Just here. And if I compare that to my 705, let's go back a bit. Yeah, I would say it's that the X6200 is actually, I don't get these are £800, but mine's got that new module. The module on this, yeah, allows for receive of airband 2.70 meters. It makes it a real wideband receiver, and it actually works really well. Allows you to select a lot more bands. But yeah, you've got a built-in tuner. I need to charge this thing up. Might just put that on charge for a while. It's yeah, I haven't really touched it for a couple of months. Where's my little charger on? Grab that. So I can charge it up. Right, it's charging. So leave that charging for a day. It's a really good set. It did need a few firmware updates. Okay, so back to Yaesu and their site. Where's that gone? Yeah, so they have listed it now, look. And if we just look across at what they're saying. They're saying, move me out of the way. And I'll just quickly read it. HF 50 megahertz 144/430 wide coverage SD. So it does say SDR transceiver for 100 watt, but when you look at the architecture, it shows that analog to digital conversion, the same as the DX10. So you know, if I am wrong about any of this, please correct me. I am not Yaesu. You know, as John Crookett loves to say, go to the horse's mouth, get the information. Fair enough. I feel like ham speculating is part of the hobby. Of course it is. Let us have our fun. We just want to just speculate. So it says we're pleased to announce SDR coverage. FTX1 provides continuous wide range receiver coverage from 30 kilohertz to 174 megahertz and from 400 to 470. So it stops at 470. Surprised at that, really. That it didn't go a bit higher than that. FTX Field and FTX Optima, both using the same head unit. I mean, all the real work is being done in that head unit, really. The back end's just an amplifier and tuner. There is a speaker in the back end, so that means we'll have two speakers. We'll have one in the back end, one in the front. They don't mention AES or anything like that. And then they tell you that if you attach the front head unit, the big one is with just the battery, you're actually only getting 6 watts, which is common with these QRP radios, but it shows that just using a battery gives limitations. As soon as you connect an external supply, it's 10. And then if you're happy with that, fine. But if you want to do the 100, then you've got to buy the whole Optima thing. So have you ever owned a Yaesu FT-897? Let me know. Or 857, which I've got in the distance there. Which do you prefer? I mean, it's definitely the 857 is a lot smaller. You know, it's a lot smaller. So give me your thoughts on that. When it came out, it was groundbreaking, wasn't it? This, you'd pick it up like a suitcase. The side of the SP1 amplifier, the side of that amplifier has got a carry handle, as far as I can see. You can definitely buy one. I think it's included. And do you remember what they did there? If you look here at some of these photographs, you have these batteries which you can still buy. Actually, I saw them on Wimo. Still buy these batteries, or if you didn't want to use the batteries, you could buy this power supply. You know, that was quite innovative at the time, and it was a very popular set, this one, because you felt like you could take it anywhere. Do you feel like you can take the FTX anywhere, or do you think, oh, for 2,000 odd pounds you're too scared to take it anywhere because you might break it? There's that architecture we talked about again. If you look here, SDR block, analog to digital. If you go and look up the DX10, it's the same. It's a 4.3 inch screen, virtually the same as the 705. There's no Wi-Fi. I can't see any sign of Wi-Fi. There is a Bluetooth module. Now, I've found that the Bluetooth modules on Yaesu devices don't tend to work for data for things like FT8 and all that kind of stuff. It's more, you know, with the SSM-BT20 for audio. So are we going to get data? And I'm sure you'll be able to plug this straight in with a USB cable, USB-C, and do WSJTX and all that kind of stuff. That's not going to be a problem. It says here true, just go over a bit, it says true dual band operation, including C4FM, C4FM. Oh, wow. That's quite a biggie, isn't it? That's the first time I've spotted that. 2 lots of C4FM. These are the sort of reasons why you're paying the higher price, because that's quite impressive to get that, to have that. The Super DX expands the communication range, so I think it's like a preamp, I think. Memory channel scope. Memory channel scope. What does that mean? Memory channel scope. I know it's got a scope, but why memory channel? So are you saving settings for your scope? So you've got your scope settings for, say, one channel, and then you can create another channel. You can add different, visual settings, and then when you go to that channel, your whole scope changes. Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. Function dial, useful to change recall settings. So we'll function dial, useful to change and recall settings. So yeah, that's a knob. Preset mode, we've had that before, and even the ICOMs have preset modes where you tap it, all your FT8 settings are there. It says compatible with wires X and APRS, which is good. Definitely appreciate that. Let's move some of this up here. And yeah, you can stack the display, have it side by side. Everything's on screen. You've got, I would say it feels like you've got more buttons, because if you include the buttons at the top, yeah, the buttons at the very top and the front, and then you've got the touch ones as well. I feel like there's a lot of buttons to tinker with here. Right. QRP mode to set output power to 5 watts and below. I've been told it'll go right down to milliwatts, which you need nowadays with FT8. VFO mode indicator presents the current operation at a glance. That's good. And micro SD card slot for programming and probably firmware as well. Massively going to be geared up for CW because it's a QRP set, and a lot of operators that use QRP are using the paddle. Convenient functions for FM mode, so I would say that's broadcast. These are all our extras here, and which I've seen for sale. They're actually not overpriced. The GPS unit's about 40. The Bluetooth's about 40. The SSM BT10 is about 20. Is about 40. The thing that is quite a lot of money is the amplifier. That's why it makes sense, if you're going to get this, get the Optima, because it is going to save you having to buy the ATU. But what I will say is the ATU will be quite big then, won't it? If it's part of the SPA, it's going to be quite a big lump, where they're selling two other automatic antenna tuners. One is the FT-897, one is the FT-897. One's like put it on the table, the other one clips on the back, and then you've got this fan. It says here, when operating with an external DC power supply, the SCF1 can be installed to the rear of the field head for effective cooling. That's going to look quite cool, I reckon. If you look at the picture here. So you take the battery off and you put this cool little fan on, and I've seen they're only like 40 quid. And then you're powering it from your supply at home. And you can do some FT8. And I think that's quite cool, actually. In that configuration, I'd rather have a separate tuner, but I've got these. I'll show you one here that I've got, which I tend to turn to because they're so easy, and that is this thing here, which is the ATU 100. They're like 60 quid or less. Yeah, they've got a built-in battery. You just need a patch lead to get it working. Yeah, and it does the job really well. And yeah, up to 100 watts. Never used full power anyway, and the battery lasts forever. So completely recommend them. But I do like the configuration with the fan on the back, so I'll definitely be getting a fan. And well, yeah, and the GPS and the Bluetooth. So there's a lot of extras here, but I'm not going to buy them all on day one. So yeah, let me know what you think, and are we still live? This is the question. Don't even know, to be honest. I'm waffling. Yeah, I agree with that. Right, well, the time in the UK is 4:27. Let me know your thoughts. I'm reading everything and learning. Just then I learned something new. Let's just talk about the display modes. Obviously, John Crooks will be making another podcast very soon. But it says here, dual band display right and left, horizontal dual band display showing main on the right and sub on the left. Dual band display up and down, vertical dual band display showing main on the upper and the sub on the lower. Single band display showing only the receiving signal status of the operating band. I don't like that display. I've got it on my FTX1. I don't really like that one. So I think we've gone through it all. I can hear my wife's back. Massive thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Please hit the like, subscribe, 7-3, all the best.